Hi everyone, this is Shannon from Grow Roots, and here I am at Calloway's Nursery today looking at this beautiful sea of colors from annuals. Guess what? The Proven Winners Supertunias are here. Yes, they are. Here are the larger cans that they have. Here is Supertunia Vista Fuchsia, and these larger cans are $14.99. They also had Supertunia Vista Black Cherry here, as you can see, and they also had Supertunia Vista Jazzberry. So those are the three types of Supertunias that they had available in the larger cans. And for me, with the larger cans, I would rather spend $7.99 at Calloways for the 4-inch grande containers, and then I know that they're going to grow into this size if I just give them some time. So for me, I do the smaller ones, but if you like to get the big ones and have them ready to go, here they are. Also, they have the Snow Princess Sweet Alyssum, absolutely beautiful. They had the Lobularia, the Laguna Compact. This one's blue with eye, just beautiful. I'm not sure if that will withstand our heat, but here is a Superbells called Coral Sun, and it's absolutely stunning. I definitely want to get my hands on one, just not quite yet. I did not pick this up, but that one is in an Eco Grande container. They had them in the normal containers as well, and the Eco Grande ones are $1 more. They are $8.99 as opposed to $7.99. So there's that Superbells Coral Sun again. I was just so drawn to it. I kept going back, and I want to pick some up, but I'm not ready quite yet. So here's Superbells Evening Star, a purple with a yellow center. It's beautiful. And here's one that I have wanted for a long time, Supertunia Priscilla. Yeah, just absolutely stunning double flower with purple. And here's the Supertunia Vista Jazzberry. So I did pick some of those up. I will show you at the end. They also had this one, Sunsatia Coconut. It is a Nemesia. It's so beautiful with that white and yellow center. They had a yellow variety as well. So those, that was pretty much it for their Proven Winners plants right there. And coming around here, though, you can see they have their own version of Calloways here that they've grown, and they're absolutely beautiful. They're $6.99 for, a larger can there too. They have reds and purples and oranges and yellows and pinks. So those are really, really pretty if you're wanting to do Calloways for your containers. I was drawn to that pink one with the yellow. It looks like the pink lemonade. They have their own, I think that was Lobularia. Here is some verbena. I did not film it, but they had some purple verbena that I picked up. You'll see it at the end of the video. But here's some lamium. I've seen this everywhere. I had a hard time finding lamium, and then all of a sudden it's everywhere. Those were $6.99, which is a great deal, honestly. Here is their own version of Nemesia. So beautiful purple Nemesia. And then they had Gerber daisies as well, in all types of colors. I mean, reds, pinks, oranges, yellows. They're just beautiful. They were $12.99 for the large and $6.99, I think, for smaller ones. This, I was stunned to see. They have lantana, y'all. Lantana is for the heat, and they've got it already available in these larger cans. I think they were $12.99 in those larger ones, but I'm not super certain. They weren't labeled. And then they have all kinds of colors of osteospermum. They're so beautiful. I'm drawn to that purple one with white center, and also the pink and orange one. Oh, but I have not had good luck with osteospermum in the heat of our summers. So they had a whole variety of their own plants called All Stars. And these little tiny cans with lantana, oh, they're so beautiful. They had Bloomify Red, Bloomify Pink. There was like an orange variety, just absolutely stunning. I'm tempted. They did not have prices on these. I didn't have them labeled, but these little ones I noticed were anywhere from $2.99 to $3.99. So perhaps it was that kind of price. but they have a Calibrachoa that looks just like Supertunia Priscilla. It's beautiful, and it's available in other colors as well. So they had that purple right there, which is beautiful. Looks just like Priscilla, Supertunia Priscilla. And then they had a hot pink. Look at that. Neo Double Purple is what it's called. And then they had Mini Famous Neo Double Pink. So that was beautiful. I'm really tempted to get some of those. They also had their own type of euphorbia, similar to Diamond Frost euphorbia. And then they had salvias, a white and a pink. That pink is so beautiful. So I'm tempted to go back there and get those. Okay, so here are the famous Texas blue bonnets, y'all. They're so beautiful. If you want your own little piece of Texas blue bonnets at your home, then you can pick these up. They're $12.99 for the larger containers. And then they had little itty bitty ones that were not blooming yet that were $1.99. So you could definitely save some money, get some little ones like I did, and purchase those for yourself. Okay, so here is what I picked up on my shopping trip yesterday. I only captured footage from Calloways in Denton, Texas, but before that, before I decided I was going to start filming everything, I stopped at Denton Plant Factory, and they had a little bit of their annuals out, not a whole lot. They had their own Calibrachoas and some sweet Alyssum that they had out. Oh, they did have some pansies as well, their own, not the Proven Winners types, but what they did have were some herbs that were very inexpensive compared to the herbs that are at Walmart right now, or the herbs that are at Home Depot or Lowe's. I've noticed that Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, they're all carrying the Bonnie brand, and for herbs, just the small containers of herbs, they're asking anywhere from $5.10 all the way up to $5, and I think I saw 85 cents at one of them. So it's a lot for just a small amount, like a starter herb. And I'm starting an herb garden in a big strawberry planter that I got for free off of Facebook Marketplace. So I did pick up seeds for that, but I've really not been wanting to start the seeds. I just kind of want to start with the actual plants and see how that goes. And I found them for $2.99 at Denton Plant Factory. So let me start off really quickly and show you those herbs, and then I'll show you what I got at Calloway's Nursery. But I'm excited for all of them. So first off, they had mint. This is peppermint, and I wish that you guys could smell this. It smells exactly like you would think it smells, like peppermint, and it's just this beautiful plant that already seems like it wants to take over. This is going to go in a container. Like I said, it's going in a strawberry planter, so I think it will do really well there. I will have to keep it away from, I'll have to keep it on my patio away from the landscape, because I don't want this rooted in and taking over in the landscape. But it's really marvelous. It's beautiful, and I will be using that. Another one that I found that was just really awesome. Actually, this one was at Calloways. This one was not at Denton Plant Factory, but this is lemon thyme, and it's a little bit variegated, if you can see those leaves right there. So it smells delicious. You run your fingers on it, it kind of gets the smell going, and it smells like lemon. It's really, really nice. It'd be so great on chicken. Here, this again is one that I found at Calloways. So they had herbs for much cheaper at Denton Plant Factory, but the price was really great. It was $2.99. However, they didn't have a great selection. So what I was missing and I wanted, I found at Calloways for $3.99, which still totally beats out Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's. So I was totally fine with picking these up. But this is dill. And I actually, I don't use dill a whole lot, and I probably won't use it, but I do want to grow it for the flowers and also for the butterflies. The swallowtail butterflies love this plant and breed on this plant, so I wanted to get dill and I wanted to get fennel for the same reason as the dill. So here is the fennel, so pretty. I can't really barely even tell these guys apart, except the stems are different, if you can see, but that's fun. So I got those, and then let's see, this one I did pick up at Denton Plant Factory. This is just your Italian oregano. Again, super great. And this I found at Denton Plant Factory that I really have not seen in anywhere before. I maybe should have picked up more of this, but it's the wind. Okay, so this one is so awesome. I probably should have picked up more. This was again $2.99. Yeah, they were $2.99 at Denton Plant Factory. This is Sage Tricolor. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous. My neighbor Aida tells me that this will also bloom as well. I've had, I guess sage and salvia are in the same family, I think. And but this is obviously an edible herb, but my neighbor tells me that this will flower as well. Beautiful flowers. So this one is another mint I picked up at the Denton Plant Factory for $2.99. This is apple mint. It's so cute, and it smells, I guess, mint crossed with apple. It's a nice soft fragrance, not super harsh like mint sometimes can be. And then this one is a lemon basil. It's picked up at Denton Plant Factory as well. So very excited about those herbs. And now on to what I picked up at Calloways. So I told you in the video that I found these little blue bonnets. These were $1.99, and they're not flowering yet. They're just little babies, but it's pretty strong plant for $1.99, a pretty strong starter. So those will be flowering soon. I picked up 2 of those. And this, going back to Denton Plant Factory, one of the plants that's on my wish list that I wish I would have gotten when it was on clearance in the late fall, because I did see it and I saw it covered in butterflies. I just didn't realize that's the plant that I saw that was covered in butterflies. It's Greg's Mist Flower. And I will be adding this. It's a perennial, let me see, zones 7 through 10, and it will bloom late spring through mid-fall. I believe this one is, I think they're white blooms. I know they come in blue or purple blooms as well, but this one is, I believe it's going to be white, but this will be covered in butterflies, especially in the fall. The queen butterflies, which look like monarchs, are just heavily attracted to this plant. It'll be covered. So that's one of the reasons I got that. And then I picked up some annuals already. It is too early to plant these in the landscape. We are at, today is March 3rd. Yesterday was March 2nd. Our average last frost is, I think, March 21st, anywhere between the 16th and the 21st. Where I live in North Texas. So you just never know with Texas temperatures. We don't have a freeze in the forecast, although late next week we're supposed to get down, the lows are supposed to get down into like, I think 38, 39 degrees. So I definitely don't want to plant these yet, but I am going to just keep them. I'll probably bring them in the night of the 30s just to be sure. They'd probably be fine, but anyway, these are the plants that I am going to be putting in my front border. If you watched my other video on what I'm planning to plant in my garden for this year, 2024, you know that I'm trying to have a vision of Supertunia Jazzberry or Supertunia Fuchsia. I picked up the Jazzberry at Calloways. So I picked up 4 Jazzberries. They will get huge. You plant these, goodness, I think 18 inches apart, 18 to 24 inches, 12 to 24 inches. No, I'm sorry. 12 to 24 inches is the height. And then you're supposed to space them 18 to 32 inches apart. That is how wide these guys are gonna get. And so I only picked up 4 of these, but then my plan was to mix these with Superbena Imperial Blue or Superbena Cobalt. I forget which one is the new name for that plant. It is a beautiful Superbena, like verbena, that is
bluish purple. They didn't have those yet at Calloways. Calloways said that they were going to get them in next week. So keep your eye for those. Also, I called Green Acres, and Green Acres also said the same thing. They have Supertunias for the Proven Winners, but they will be getting their other shipments in the next week or so with the other varieties of Proven Winners plants. So keep your eye out next week. So mid-March, the 10th of March, mid-March, look for the other Proven Winners plants there. But I saw this verbena. It's the Calloways verbena. And I feel like this doesn't do it justice. This is, it's so beautiful. There's pinks and purples and whites in the same flower for these verbenas. And they seem to be very robust. These are 4.5-inch containers. These are 4-inch. It was $6.99 for one of these, whereas a 4-inch Proven Winners would have been $7.99. But they're just absolutely beautiful. And so I will be mixing these together, and they will be getting huge. The only thing that I worry about not getting the Proven Winners Superbena is I worry about the Jazzberry overtaking this verbena. If it is not as robust as a Superbena, it will take over. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But if it works the way that I think it's going to work, because I think these will do just fine, it is going to mix beautifully, and this is going to be my front border here. So I picked up 4 of each. If I'm spacing them 18 inches apart, that will give me 8, and that's about the spacing that I have for that front border. It's about 12 feet long, I think, so it should be perfect. And like I said, I'm just going to keep these in the cans. I'm going to give them lots of sun and lots of water and help them grow. I will probably even start fertilizing them, and then when I'm ready to plant them in the landscape, they will be ready to go. So I'm super excited about this shopping trip. It felt so good to see color in the nurseries. I hope that you're able to get out into your local nursery and see what they have going on, and in the next coming weeks as well. Just a very exciting time for us gardeners, especially here in North Texas, where spring has definitely sprung. I know it's not spring yet, and I know it's not supposed to be our last frost yet, but it's going to be 82 degrees today. It was 83 yesterday. So our weather is definitely tricking the plants into believing that it is spring, and it's tricking me as well. So I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.